Have you ever found yourself compromising your values just to fit in? Hierocles, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "He who is not a good servant will not be a good master." This profound statement challenges us to reflect on our own actions and the respect we give ourselves. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that resonates with many: how to cultivate self-respect and the pitfalls to avoid along the way. What does it mean to truly respect oneself? In a world that constantly pressures us to conform, it's easy to lose sight of our own worth. We may find ourselves engaging in behaviors that undermine our integrity, whether it's seeking approval from others, bending our principles, or losing our voice in conversations. Hierocles teaches us that self-respect is not merely about self-affirmation. It's about aligning our actions with our values, maintaining our dignity even when faced with external pressures. The importance of self-respect cannot be overstated. It lays the foundation for how we engage with the world around us. When we respect ourselves, we create a life that is rich in authenticity and purpose. But here's the catch: there are certain actions and mindsets that can erode this vital sense of self. Throughout this video, we will explore some of these detrimental behaviors and, more importantly, how to avoid them. Imagine how liberating it would be to live your life without the constant fear of judgment or rejection. By understanding and implementing Stoic principles, you can learn to navigate challenges with grace and resilience. We'll uncover practical strategies to help you cultivate a stronger sense of self-respect, drawing inspiration from the wisdom of Hierocles and other Stoic thinkers. As we journey together, expect to gain insights into the importance of setting boundaries, embracing your individuality, and cultivating inner strength. You'll discover that respecting yourself is not a destination, but a continuous practice, one that involves mindful choices and an unwavering commitment to your values. So, are you ready to explore the essential steps to enhance your self-respect? Let's embark on this journey to uncover what it truly means to honor yourself and how the Stoic philosophy can guide you in making choices that reflect your true worth. Remember, the path to self-respect begins with understanding who you truly are and rejecting the actions that compromise your integrity. Together, we will learn to foster an unshakable self-respect that empowers us to face life's challenges with confidence and grace. In a world where social media influences our perceptions and relationships, the question of self-respect has become increasingly important. Many of us find ourselves navigating a landscape filled with opinions, judgments, and external pressures that can undermine our sense of dignity. The ancient Stoic philosopher Hierocles offers insights that remain profoundly relevant today, especially when we consider the ways in which we seek validation and respect from others. Hierocles is known for his thoughts on the inner self and the importance of understanding our place within the larger web of human connections. He emphasized that self-respect is not merely about how we perceive ourselves in isolation, but is intricately tied to our interactions with others. This principle is particularly crucial in today's society, where the quest for approval can lead us to compromise our values and beliefs. The rise of social media has created an environment that often rewards superficial engagement over genuine connection, leading many to seek validation through likes and comments instead of from within. This dilemma has significant ramifications. For instance, recent studies indicate that excessive social media use can correlate with increased anxiety and depression, particularly among younger generations. The pressure to present a curated version of ourselves can lead to a disconnect from our true selves and, ultimately, a diminished sense of self-worth. In this context, the notion of self-respect becomes more than just a personal endeavor. It is a societal challenge that requires us to reevaluate how we engage with the world around us. The relevance of self-respect today cannot be overstated. It shapes our decisions, influences our relationships, and determines how we respond to challenges. When we prioritize external validation over our intrinsic values, we risk losing sight of who we are. This is where Hierocles' teachings come into play. He believed that self-respect stems from understanding our roles and responsibilities within our communities. By cultivating a deeper awareness of these connections, we can foster a sense of belonging that is not dependent on external approval. A key Stoic principle that aligns with this discussion is the idea of focusing on what is within our control. Hierocles taught that we should direct our energy towards our actions, thoughts, and attitudes rather than external circumstances. In the quest for self-respect, this principle encourages us to let go of the need for approval from others and instead focus on cultivating our character and integrity. By doing so, we can build a solid foundation of self-respect that is resilient to the whims of external judgment. This shift in perspective is not just theoretical, it has practical implications. For example, when faced with criticism or rejection, instead of internalizing these experiences as reflections of our worth, we can choose to see them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. This aligns with Hierocles' notion that our relationships with others should be approached with empathy and understanding, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey. By practicing self-compassion and extending that compassion to others, we create an environment that nurtures respect for ourselves and those around us. In today's fast-paced world, where the noise of opinions can be overwhelming, it is essential to stay grounded in our values. Hierocles' teachings remind us that self-respect is not a destination, but a continuous journey. It requires vigilance and a commitment to understanding the dynamics of our relationships with ourselves and others. When we prioritize self-respect, we not only uplift ourselves, but also contribute to a culture that values authenticity over superficiality. Ultimately, the message is clear: never compromise your self-respect for the sake of external validation. Instead, engage in self-reflection, understand your intrinsic worth, and cultivate meaningful connections that enhance your sense of belonging. By embracing Hierocles' wisdom, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with a renewed sense of purpose and dignity. In doing so, we not only respect ourselves, but also inspire those around us to do the same, fostering a community built on mutual respect and understanding. This is the essence of self-respect in the modern world, a timeless lesson that transcends the ages. When we think about self-respect, one of the first things that comes to mind is the importance of maintaining our dignity and integrity in various situations. But what does it truly mean to respect oneself? The Stoic philosopher Hierocles offers us profound insights into this question. At the heart of Stoicism lies the idea of self-control, a concept that can help us navigate the complexities of our emotions and reactions in a world filled with distractions and challenges. Self-control, in the Stoic sense, is about achieving ataraxia, a state of serene calmness and tranquility. This is not simply the absence of disturbance. Rather, it is an active engagement with our emotions and desires, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Hierocles believed that true respect for oneself begins when we learn to manage our desires and impulses. When we give in to immediate gratification or allow external circumstances to dictate our emotions, we often forfeit our dignity and self-respect. Imagine a situation where you face criticism at work. Your initial reaction might be to defend yourself aggressively or to feel diminished by the comments. However, practicing self-control means pausing to assess the situation. Instead of reacting out of anger or insecurity, you can choose to respond with consideration. This could involve asking for clarification on the feedback and reflecting on its validity, rather than letting your emotions cloud your judgment. By doing this, not only do you maintain your composure, but you also command respect from your peers and reinforce your own sense of self-worth. Practicing self-control can manifest in various aspects of daily life. For instance, consider the challenge of managing cravings for unhealthy food. When you resist the temptation to indulge in junk food, you exercise your ability to make choices aligned with your long-term health goals. This small act of self-discipline contributes to a larger sense of respect for your body and well-being. Instead of viewing it as deprivation, see it as an affirmation of your values, your commitment to taking care of yourself. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius provide us with valuable reflections on self-control that are relevant even today. Seneca once stated, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This speaks to the tendency of many to let their fears and desires overwhelm their judgment. When we cultivate self-control, we can separate our fears from reality, allowing us to make decisions based on reason rather than panic or desire. This perspective enables us to face challenges with resilience, reinforcing our self-respect. Marcus Aurelius also emphasized the importance of self-mastery. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminder resonates deeply in our fast-paced world, where external factors often seem beyond our control. By focusing on what we can control, namely our thoughts, reactions, and choices, we reclaim our power and maintain our dignity, regardless of the chaos around us. Now, think about a time when you let your emotions dictate your actions. Perhaps you argued with a friend or lashed out at a family member out of frustration. In those moments, did you feel a sense of self-respect afterward? Likely not. self-control is not merely about suppressing our emotions. It's about understanding them, recognizing their influence, and choosing how to respond in a way that aligns with our values. As we navigate our daily lives, let's take a moment to reflect on our choices. Are we allowing fleeting emotions to dictate our actions? Are we respecting ourselves enough to pause, think, and choose wisely? The practice of self-control is a powerful tool that can transform our interactions and ultimately enhance our self-respect. By integrating the Stoic principles of self-control and ataraxia into our lives, we can cultivate a deeper sense of respect for ourselves. This journey begins with small steps, pausing before reacting, reflecting on our desires, and choosing responses that align with our values. The more we practice this, the more we embody the self-respect we desire. Let us embrace these teachings and strive for a life of dignity and integrity, honoring both ourselves and those around us. In our quest for self-respect, it's crucial to understand the significance of our emotional responses. One central Stoic concept that can profoundly influence our ability to maintain self-respect is apatheia. This term refers to a state of being where one is free from disruptive passions, allowing for inner peace and clarity, especially during turbulent times. Imagine a situation where you're faced with unexpected changes at work, a sudden shift in project direction, or an unexpected critique from a superior. It's easy to allow frustration or anxiety to take over, leading to impulsive reactions. However, practicing apatheia means training yourself to step back from these emotional upheavals. Instead of reacting immediately, you pause and assess the situation. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. Rather, it's about recognizing them without letting them dictate your actions. Hierocles emphasized the importance of self-mastery, suggesting that our thoughts have the power to shape our experiences. By cultivating apatheia, we can maintain our composure and make decisions that align with our values, ultimately enhancing our self-respect. Let's consider a practical example. Think about a time when someone criticized your work publicly. The immediate impulse might be to defend yourself vigorously or to feel ashamed and withdraw. But if you apply the principle of apatheia, you can choose to respond thoughtfully. Instead of allowing the criticism to provoke a defensive reaction, you might take a moment to reflect on the feedback. Ask yourself, is there truth in this? Can I learn from it without losing my sense of worth? This approach not only fosters personal growth, but also demonstrates a level of maturity and self-respect that others will recognize. Furthermore, it's essential to remember that life is inherently unpredictable. Stoic philosophers like Seneca remind us that we often suffer more in imagination than in reality. By adopting a mindset grounded in apatheia, we can reduce unnecessary worry about future uncertainties. For instance, if you're anxious about an upcoming job interview, instead of fixating on the potential for failure, focus on what you can control, your preparation and your mindset. This shift in perspective helps you stay calm and confident, reinforcing your self-respect through proactive engagement rather than fear-driven avoidance. As we navigate through our daily lives, we can encounter countless situations that challenge our emotional stability. The key lies in recognizing these moments as opportunities to practice apatheia. Reflect on your experiences. How often do you let external events dictate your emotional state? Are there patterns in your reactions that you could change? By asking ourselves these questions, we begin to unravel the layers of emotional dependence on external validation, allowing us to stand firm in our self-worth. Epictetus eloquently stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This encapsulates the essence of apatheia. While we cannot control external circumstances, we do possess the power to control our responses. Embracing this philosophy not only cultivates resilience, but also fosters a deeper sense of respect for ourselves. We learn to respond with wisdom rather than impulse, transforming challenges into stepping stones for personal growth. In a world filled with distractions and pressures, the practice of apatheia serves as a reminder to return to our core values. It encourages us to align our actions with our principles, reinforcing our self-respect in every interaction. As we strive to respect ourselves more, let us remember that each moment presents a choice, to react or to reflect. By choosing the latter, we honor not only our own dignity, but also pave the way for more meaningful connections with others. So, I invite you to consider your own life. Where could you apply the principle of apatheia? How might your self-respect improve by deliberately choosing your responses over your automatic reactions? In doing so, you're not just practicing Stoicism, You're actively cultivating a life of intention and respect for yourself. The journey towards self-respect is ongoing, and every moment of reflection is a step in the right direction. As we wrap up today's discussion, let's revisit the key Stoic principles we've explored together. Hierocles emphasized the importance of self-respect and understanding the boundaries of our control. By recognizing what lies within our influence and what does not, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity amidst the chaos of daily life. This practice not only helps us face challenges with resilience, but also fosters a more meaningful existence grounded in virtue. Every day, we encounter situations that test our patience and resolve. The Stoics remind us to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. By applying these teachings, we can elevate our self-respect and create a life that aligns with our values. Imagine facing your daily challenges with a calm mind and a focused heart. This is the power of Stoic philosophy. Now, I encourage you to take action. Choose one Stoic principle that resonates with you today. Reflect on it and consider how it can be applied in your life. Perhaps it's the concept of the dichotomy of control, identifying what you can change and what you must accept. Start small and notice how this shift in mindset influences your daily interactions and decisions. If you found value in this discussion, I invite you to join our community. Subscribe to our channel and share this video with friends who may benefit from these Stoic insights. Your thoughts matter, so please leave a comment below sharing your experiences or reflections on Stoic principles. And don't forget to click the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. As we part, remember the words of Epictetus: "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Embrace this wisdom and let it guide you toward a more peaceful and resilient life. Thank you for watching, and let's continue this journey together.